So welcome back. And right now we're going to just jump into it by starting with the topic, what does a business analyst do? But before we start explaining what a business analyst does, we're going to talk about what is business analysis. And business analysis involves understanding how organizations function to accomplish their purposes and define the capabilities the organizations actually require to provide services and products to external stakeholders. What does this mean? It means the process of business analysis is understanding how the organization, first of all, functions. Without this understanding, you cannot provide any solutions. You cannot provide any future solutions. So you need to first understand how they function, the purpose, define the capabilities, and see how you can take them to that next level. Like I just said, business analysts first seek to understand the organization as it is and imagine how it could be. So we're saying as it is, which means the current state, and talking about how it could be, meaning the future states. And all of this shapes their understanding of the desired future state by listening to leaders, stakeholders, subject matter experts, and project teams, all these different people who come together to make the future state possible. The business analyst will then devise ways to get the organization from where it is, which is point A, to where it wants to be in the future, which is point B. A business analyst are the fresh set of eyes that all the problems need. While you're in an organization, you have people who do the day-to-day operation, the day-to-day running of business. They are involved in the process. They understand all the problems. They know all the pit holes. And they may not always be the best people to provide solution because they are biased. They tend to be biased. Business analysts come in and ask all the stupid questions without looking dumb and try and figure out how to get the company from where it is to where it wants to be, which is point A to point B. So that was an overview of what a business analyst does. Or what does a business analyst do? So a business critical to every project success because they have an understanding of the business side and the technical side of things. The project manager is also there to help, but in most cases, the project manager is not as detailed as, or have enough knowledge even as the business analyst would do, because the project manager is really only high level managing the project, while the business analyst is actually getting their hands dirty, trying to understand how they can translate all this technical jargon into something simple for the business users and vice versa, and for the technical side of things if need be. Think about the business analyst as the middle point. So you have on this side the business users, you have on this side the technical folks who are the developers or the people who run the system. When you try to bring this and this guy is all talking codes and SQL and, development, and these guys don't understand what this guy is saying. So in the past, they often butt head because nobody's understanding each other. A business analyst is someone who's in the middle, who will speak to this side and then go ahead and talk to this side. So they get information from here and translate that information, breaks it down slowly to something that they can understand and vice versa. While a business analyst is doing all of these things, they will be involved in many other things along through the project lifecycle. What is the salary of a business analyst? This is something that everybody wants to know, type of analyst you are. So a business analyst is a broad term. So you could really be any type of business analyst within the categories of, operations analyst, management analyst, computer systems analyst, information security analyst. So there's many different types of analysts. You could be a data analyst who's just, working with a whole bunch of the company data, trying to sort the data, arrange the data. There are different types of business analysis. There's no one specific area. Business analysis is just a broader view of somebody who's translating information from one side to another. How do you become a business analyst? I mean, the position involves fulfilling different types of education requirement. The most common is a bachelor's degree. It doesn't matter what type of bachelor's degree, you just need to have something. And I've seen in cases where people don't have bachelor's degree, but they have substantial experience, and that can translate from what they've done in their career life cycle. It can translate into becoming a BA. With your experience, like I said, you can take training that take place on the job, or you can take outside training, or you can try to get help from mentors or people in the field. And anything is possible to within the BA world. There's no one size fit all. You can basically coming or be in the field through different means. In terms of certification, it's common to find that some organizations will want BAs who are certified, and that just means that they understand the core competencies of a business analyst. They have gotten the Certified Business Analysis Professional stamp, which is the CBAB, or the CAMP or the PMP for project managers. There's all these different certifications that are used in the BA world. So talking about certifications, what are some of the skills and competencies that you need to thrive in the business analysis world? In addition to education, there are requirements, right? Candidates will pass the following candidate will go through the following to be able to perform better on the job. Some of the common things are, computer knowledge. Of course, you should be able to work a computer. You don't have to be a computer programmer or a developer or anything like that, but you need to have rudimentary understanding of how technical systems work and how the work is done with them. So you need to understand how to, at least work different softwares. For example, in a project setting, a typical software that people would normally use is Jira. You need to be able to understand how to get in there, how to put your stories in there, how to move tasks from one bucket to another bucket. You need to be able to understand how to do all these things within the computer system. So that's one very basic skill that you need to have as a business analyst. The other skill is problem solving skills. You must understand the organization as it is, and then you try to improve it. I've seen a lot of times business analysts who are new, they come into the project and they want to just quickly start offering solution. You must understand the environment, the organization structure, the problem today before you try to fix it for tomorrow. So say, for example, you're coming into a business analyst role and it's a project where they want to enhance a system, a customer relationship system. You just come in and say, okay, yes, based on what I've heard, I think we should do this and this. But you don't have a background knowledge of what the system is, or why they even use the system in the first place, or how it benefits the company to use that particular system in the first place. So those are the things you need to understand. If you had a room and in that room, you know where the light bulbs are, you know where the switches are, you know where your bed is, you know where your little sofa couch is, you know where your magazines are or your books are. If someone asks you, oh, I need a book, you walk into the room, you know exactly what to pick up, where to pick up that book and give it to the person. You don't you don't walk into the room wandering around trying to figure out, oh, where is the book? Where is the book? You know the room inside and out, so you know exactly where to head and pick up that book and give it to the person. That's a simple analogy of problem solving skills. You must understand the organization first and what surrounds the reason why they're trying to embark on a project in the first place to be able to offer a solution. Another critical thing that comes with problem solving skills are your analytical skills. You need to be able to process a wide variety of information, evaluate them, and offer the best solution. So the benefits of the solution must be very eminent. Going back to the room example or the analogy there, as a business analyst, you need to be able to understand that in this room, we have all these different things. If we have a light bulb, but the users are complaining, people who sleep in the room complain that the light never shines bright enough. Well, you need to fix the lighting in the system. Maybe you need to put more light bulbs. So you need to take off the light bulbs and put 20 pot lights. Or you need to do all these different things to make the room shine brighter. But to do that, you need to estimate. You need to analyze. If I buy 20 pot lights and it costs me $2,000, does it make sense to actually spend $2,000 when I can just buy 3 extra light bulbs that would cost me $200 and the room will still be as bright? So those are the things you need to consider and analyze when you are talking about business analysis and analytical skills. You need to be able to analyze properly the best solution with, cost in mind. You need to make sure that you're keeping your cost in mind. Still talking about some of the skills and competencies that you would need as a business analyst. Communication skill. This is huge. I cannot even stress on this enough. Business analysts need strong communication skills in order to explain and support the analysis and recommendation in meetings or whatever setting you are in. You will be talking to people in different levels of the organization. So you need to be able to break down your communication in ways that they would understand. Simple English, to the point, with clear presentations or clear documentation that they can understand. Remember, you will be talking to different levels. It could be your peer. It could be a manager. It could be a stakeholder who's a senior person like a director or a VP, or in some cases an SVP. You just need to be able to really break down your communication to the level that they would understand. And your communication matters. The way you talk to somebody who is a peer would differ from the way you would present information to someone who's a VP, for example. So you have to be able to understand how to present information and how to break down your communication to the different levels. You have to be detail-oriented enough to create proper documentation that has the right details and you're not deviating from the core problem. I talked about technical skills before. You should be comfortable working certain types of software. And if you have used software in the past or used, common tools in the past, this shouldn't be a huge problem for you because, it's simple to navigate, or not simple, but at least it's easy to navigate and you can get a hold of it after, 1, 2, 3, 4 tries. I put here database programs, financial analysis software. Not all business analysts need to do this, but in today's world, you would definitely need to be able to work some database programs and also understand how, the impact of finances come into projects. Writing skill. You must be able to present very technical information in a form that is clear and understandable to the intended audiences. So what does this mean? Like I said before with the communication skill, breaking down your information to the level that people would understand what you're trying to say. If you're trying to meet with a whole bunch of stakeholders, the way you present the information to them should be in such a way that everybody can see and put their input. If you're trying to present the same information to a VP, you should present it in a different way that is straight to the point. You're not wasting his time, but at the same time, the information is clear and he can understand it and provide his input. So these are the things that you should be able to understand while working as a business analyst. What is the work environment like? In today's world, pre-pandemic, it was typically an office setting. They would have, some companies have different locations. So business analysts would go to different locations in some cases and so elicit requirements or talk to stakeholders or have sessions. So that's pretty common. But in today's world, a lot of things are shifting. Virtual meetings are now the order of the day. So you would have a lot of virtual meetings where you will still have to present this information or still have to gather this information from stakeholders. So you need to be able to handle having a meeting virtually and taking notes and presenting and all of those things that comes with virtual work. that's part of what you would be doing as a business analyst on a day-to-day basis. What is the work schedule like? For a business analyst, you pretty much work, regular 7.5, 8-hour shifts a day. But with today's world, again, being a lot of remote work happening, you have time to be a bit more flexible. So you can maybe say you have to take your kids to school within the hours of 7:30 to 8:30 or 8:45. You wouldn't be expected to log in before then. But if you do log in before then, that's great. And then maybe between the hours of 3 to 4, you have to pick them up from school. You will probably not schedule meetings around that time because you need to go pick your kids from school. In that case, after they come back from school, you probably need to work another 2 hours to make up for the time you lost. So it's all about balancing and scheduling your time that works for the company and, of course, is working for you. During more pressing periods of a project, when you have tight deliverables or reporting deadlines, it can become very stressful. So you have to be able to cope. You have to be able to have coping mechanisms in place to help you meet your tight deadlines, to help you meet your tight schedules, and to also ensure that you're delivering on the project, because that's why you're there in the first place. You have to deliver on the project. So the pressure of your deadlines would come into play at some point while working as a business analyst. So that's something you definitely need to keep in check. This brings us to the last slide, which is really how do you job as a business analyst? You could do this in different ways. If you've been working and you need to translate some of that knowledge into a business analysis career, there are ways you could structure your resume to show what you've done and how this translates, into some of the skills that I talked about in the job that you're looking for. Review the job position, the job description for the position that you're looking to apply to, and make sure you meet the qualification. But if you don't meet the qualification, all of the qualifications, make sure you meet at least some of them. And then the ones you don't meet is easily something that you can try to work towards. For example, if they say, we need someone with excellent communication skills, excellent technical skills to be able to do ABC, and then we also want someone who is CBAP certified. If you meet 1 and 2, if you have excellent communication and you are able to do ABC, but you are not CBAP certified, guess what? You can still apply for the role. And then, and then go and register to become CBAP certified, start studying, take the exam, and tell them, the certification is in view. You don't have to meet all the check marks to apply. The rule of thumb is, for me, if you meet 70%, by all means, go ahead and apply, because there are certain things that can happen while you're on the job. You can get certified while you're in the job. It does not affect your deliverable. And places to look when applying. You can check on all the job sites out there. LinkedIn, Indeed, Monster.com, Glassdoor. All the spaces are places that have job postings around. I say apply. But before you start applying, make sure that you have worked on your resume, you have worked on learning what you need to do, and understand how you're going to present all of that information if you do get an interview. And as always, I am here. Like I said, I have been a business analyst for well over 13 years. I understand the ins and the outs of business analysis. I can help you in your journey to becoming a business analyst. I have a training that happens. It's online, and then I get a one-on-one with you, where after you take the training, I look through your resume, I help you assess your resume, and we work together to finding you that job, that dream job as a business analyst. So if this is you, if this sounds like something that you will be interested in, by all means, please send me an email, reach out to me. I am more than willing to work with you. My email address is Sena Business Builder, Sena Business Builder @gmail.com, or my phone number I don't know why it's not on this slide. It should be. I will probably do another video just to put my information out there. But my phone number is 416-893-8988. If you're in Canada and you need help transitioning into a business analysis world, by all means, reach out to me. I will be more than happy to work with you and to help you on to becoming a business analyst and getting that beautiful lifestyle that you deserve. Again, thank you for sticking with me, and I really look forward to working with you. I look forward to speaking with you. I look forward to hearing you. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thanks, everyone. And make sure you look on the link below for my contact information. I'm going to post it on there as well. Thanks, everyone. Have a great, great, great day.